Hello and welcome to Film Friday edition number 12 for April 9th, 2021. It has been a very busy week filming around the region with American Dreamer, who has had locations at our BC legislature and luxury waterfront home in Oak Bay. It is expected that the production will shoot until early the week of the 20th of April. The Netflix series Maid wraps principal filming tomorrow, so it won't be long before we can catch the series on our television. Wedding Veil Wishes, a Hallmark and Front Street Pictures collaboration, will be going to camera very soon. And Baker's Son, the same Hallmark Front Street collaboration, wrapped this week. And this wrap photo is thanks to props guy extraordinaire, Andrew Garbett. Thanks, Drew. Rescued by Ruby is still in pre-production with no heading to camera dates announced quite yet, but we're expecting some very soon. On a side note regarding the Maid series, Maid found themselves in a situation fairly recently where they required some immediate permitting. In many places, immediate permitting is difficult, if not impossible, but not in Langford. Langford was able to turn around a very significant request in about 12 hours, which is almost unheard of. Requests like this typically take days, if not weeks. So thanks to Langford, this is one production company that will remember how welcoming the city was and would return there without hesitation. With the increased filming in our region, we're hopeful that every city and municipality will develop some production-specific protocols to entice film into their jurisdiction. So, way to go, Langford. This has been an amazing week for media attention on our Vancouver Island South Film and Media Commission, with magazine, radio, television, and online attention focused on the tremendous success that the Commission has brought to this region, given that productions are at an all-time high. If you are working in film or benefiting from local productions, or if you are a business who wants to benefit from local productions, please consider sponsorship at the link provided. On to some other news. The Whistler Film Festival has made available their panel discussion titled Mind the Gap, Many Paths to Financing, which is full of valuable information on getting your production financed. Please check out the link, and note you will have to register, but it is free. NSI Canada, along with the CBC, has opened their applications for New Indigenous Voices program. This offers full-time training for media careers where you can learn the essential elements of working in film, television, and digital media industries. The link is included. In lieu of guests today, we're going to focus on the upcoming Cinevik Short Circuit Film Festival. Cinevik has released their lineup for the upcoming Short Circuit Festival and the Cinespark Pitch Competition, which funds the next short film. Today, we're going to take a look at the local selections that you will be able to watch during the festival that starts May 1st. A link will be provided where you can get more details. The first up is Our Changing Worlds by Stephen Thomas Davies. This is a documentary that explores the effect of the pandemic on Indigenous communities. And straight off Victoria Film Festival showing is Finding the Balance by Steve Swethel. Finding the Balance is about 4 southern Vancouver Island nations, Suke, Songhees, Esquimalt, and Chianu, who have come together to protect and monitor territorial waters. 3 divers are tasked with the job of surveying and documenting what lies under the water. Also fresh off Victoria Film Festival is Ohrwurm, or Earwig, by the brothers Gaston, Connor and Vaughn. It's about an ex-Stasi informant holed up in her apartment who has her world upended when her estranged son arrives to give her a birthday present. And from Jeremy Lutter, we have We Came from the Sea. This is about Einar, who is an addict recently abandoned by his wife and 5-year-old daughter. As he fights to go clean in their oceanside home, Einar is haunted by an uninvited stranger. Next, we have Lucid from Deanna Milligan, who was the Cinespark winner in 2019. This is about an art student in the 1990s who finally expresses herself in a truly bizarre and shocking way. Then there is Homestay by Chuck Wamuobi Obasi, which is about an international student who homesteads with a wealthy Canadian family. Next up is Missing You by Stephanie Russell. When Caitlin's mother calls Jessica to report her missing, Jessica drives home to help with the search. During the drive, she reflects on their friendship and the life choices made that sent them on very different paths. Then we have In the End by filmmaker Susan Coe. Deborah is a hardworking daughter who has struggled with her relationship with her mother her entire life. Her mother, a sharp-tongued English woman, deteriorates with dementia. As Deborah delivers her eulogy, we see clips from the past, revealing a family secret that has unwittingly tainted Deborah's entire life. In the interests of full disclosure, I play the lead role in this film. Next up, Jack Be Quick by Sarah Nicole Foucher. Jack, a hitman, awaits his new client for instructions, but the client has other objectives in mind. Then we have Onorologue by Aileen O'Dallagh, an experimental short composed of original footage and refilmed found footage. Onorologue is a remembrance of a dream that occurred in June 2020. It is an experimental short that presents the impression of a mind plagued by cinematic images and subconscious impulses. Bravas by Peter A. Sandmark and Trace Nelson is another experimental short film, starting with images that were painted directly on 16mm celluloid, then transformed in the editing and augmented by digitally modified sounds captured in our day-to-day lives. Another one from the Victoria Film Festival is Sombrio Surf by Tara Lee Novak. Sombrio Beach on Vancouver Island made headlines in the late 90s when its community of squatters were evicted. But that 13 years that Leah Oke spent surfing daily at Sombrio solidified her future as one of Canada's pioneers in cold water surfing. She would go on to overcome unthinkable tragedy and become an inspiration to female surfers across the country. And those are simply the local films that you will be able to watch at Cinevic's Short Circuit Film Festival. Please follow the link to look at the entire lineup from around the Pacific Rim area. There's some very exciting films coming up starting May 1st. So please consider putting this into your calendar, buying some tickets, and supporting local film. Thank you. And that's it for today's edition of Film Friday. Thank you for joining us and have a safe week.